Hi, my name is Bob, and you probably recognize my voice if you've been on this channel. So I drive a couple of RuneScape accounts, primarily farming content. Lately, doing a lot of stuff on the hardcore. So doing that, I have been looking up a lot of other videos with hardcore focus, trying to figure out how to play the game, right? So ran across a fellow YouTuber. I guess I'm gonna say I'm a YouTuber. I don't really think myself as a YouTuber. I'm more of a content consumer, not really a producer, but I try to do what I can. If I learn something, I don't like to hog it to myself. I like to try to share. So anyways, I talk too much, so I got my watch and I have a timer, so I know that good. But I will leave the link in the description below to the video I'm doing a reaction to, and this is a YouTuber by the name of K Jones, Kilo Juliet Oscar November Echo Sierra, and one of her latest videos, old school RS dash Jagex and third-party clients. It really struck a nerve with me on a couple of these things, so I'll try to get into it, and I'll try to skip around to the video.
Hey guys, what's up? It's K Jones coming at you with another video in regards to old school RuneScape. I'm going to be talking about Jagex, dealing with third-party clients, and also Jagex in general dealing with their employment and kind of the rumors that we've heard. And you know, I think it's something that the old school community has been talking about a lot recently. We just have been losing a lot of really good popular mods within the community, and it's kind of giving everybody the spooks. And there's been a lot of Reddit and Twitter posts going around, things like that. So in regards to third-party clients, which I think right now is kind of the biggest concern and biggest issue that's been between the community and Jagex. So I think Jagex is in a really tough spot right now because there's a lot of things that haven't been handled right from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So the security of old school RuneScape has always been very bad. You know, it's not case sensitive for password security, authentic.
Okay, so my plan is just like to stop the video in different places and kind of reply to some of it. I'm not going to go through the whole video. I thought you made, I guess I'm going to address this to Kelsey, I think is how I'm saying that right. So when I addressed you, it's kind of odd because I'm not used to talking to the camera, so I got to keep the glare out of my glasses. Account security, that has been an issue for as long as I've played, and I've played since I was in middle school. The account that I would consider my main, I don't know how to be whatever, Sir Bob White, I actually lost that a few years ago, and I made another account just because when that happened, it felt like, I'm an adult, you know, middle-aged man, and that it felt like someone had kicked me right in the gut. And when you reply to do the account recovery and it says your account's locked and you can't log in, and you know, it's asking you questions like what was the first credit card that you used for this purchase? That goes back to when I was like 10 years old, literally the first fourth quarter of my life. Like, I don't remember. It was probably one of my mom's credit cards, stuff like old IP addresses. This is like over a decade, you know, decade and a half ago. So I wouldn't know that. And, you know, where someone that's going to hack in a card, like, so they need to update their security questions and stuff. I'm going to get way off on tangent, so I'm going to try to keep it moving. But yeah, so finally, thankfully, I was able to, by persistent actions and a lot of emails back and forth, recover my account, which was, I would have rather lost my car than lost the RuneScape account, not because of like the account of all the value was worth in it or hundreds of millions of dollars or whatever, but the account, but all the progress, that name and stuff like that, I can't recover that. So I do have a few notes. I'm looking at the video, and So from what if I was going to take notes and give your video points, it would be like there's no such thing. Like, I'm in the business where I provide customer service and support for heavy equipment, and if I treated my customers the way that Jagex treats theirs, and this is not like, I'm not trying to be like kind of person, but like, I wouldn't have a job. That's why I get paid to do this. And anyways, trying to be try to be fair, and I don't believe in being negative, but hopefully this provides some feedback. I don't know, I'm gonna be way off on first, but like you said, they had no compassion at one point. They don't like, especially when they sit in front of the camera, and like you said, they're like level 80 accounts. They don't understand what the top people that have been playing the game and multiple accounts and all this stuff. So that their moderators need more time in game. Maybe if a few of them had max capes, or played RS from way back and realized that all the pitfalls that happened with EOC and the release of like summoning and like you address, it's very valid. And you at one point you said this game probably won't last 3 to 5 more years if they don't get it resolved. Probably not, which is really unfortunate. Like, I play exclusively on mobile, so right now, like just after I covered my account back, I did a program called Screen Share. It'll come to me later, but there's a program that you can, it's like Google Cast or whatever, but you can, from your tablet, you open it up and you can control your desktop. So that's how I played RuneScape before there was RuneScape Mobile. And I have videos how it explains it all and connecting and all that stuff. So, but now that RuneScape Mobile came out, there was different things that they were even giving me like warnings, like this is, and I'm like, no, it's not an auto clicker or whatever. I'm literally on my phone or tablet doing this, like doing, bolts or not bolts, but darts and stuff like that. So like that wasn't a client, that was me actually clicking, or tapping on the screen and stuff like that. Sit there and watch a movie and you'd zoom in way close, not like it is on mobile now, and he would just sit there and I'd have a few 100,000 experience in fleshing just like that, and I load bolts. Anyways, I'm already at 8 minutes. Let's see.
Like, from a player's perspective, and to listen to the community more. And I mean, to say that you should use third-party clients at your own risk is very scary, because
yeah, exactly. Like, it seems like you let this go and had I want to say laissez-faire kind of attitude about your player base, and these are the people that are paying you money for membership. Like, they will find another game, and you say that later on, there's other massive online role-playing games, or Xbox, or other even mobile games that people can play and will play if you don't provide them the support. All they do is want to play, like in our case, old school RuneScape, and they're willing to pay you, full price for it, and there's, I'm getting off on tangents.
I would say the majority of the community does use third-party clients at this point.
Oh, that's why I stopped it right here. So, I don't use third-party clients because I am on mobile, and so yeah. Anyway, just so you know, I don't.
The game, and that's a really big issue. And I think Jagex has only 2 options at this point regarding third-party clients. I asked.
So there's only, you talk about the 2 options, which I think was very well thought out. You can tell you're very passionate about the game, as a lot of people are fans. And that's where, like, Jagex doesn't need satisfied customers that are just willing to like cram all these weird updates with like warding and other stuff that just came out, or they're trying to push, like an agenda. And it's not the game we want. If we wanted that game, we'd go play RS3 or anything else. Like, I play old school because I remember going up there and dueling or trioing at bandos with my brother. That's like, I can't get that anywhere else. Yeah, I could play a private server or something like that, but it's not the same game. So Yeah.
Mod Ash on Twitter, I said, hey, has Jagex thought about incorporating their own client, and therefore, with the benefits of like looking up player stats and also showing kill count or
And I don't know. It's a very good question you asked, and it seems like you kind of got brushed off a little bit.
this, and this, and be very honest, have some sincerity, have some emotion
Oh,
to that.
this is where I was saying that you like. There's no compassion. It seems like it's like, well, you shouldn't have done this, and it was like I have never even played on a client in my life, and I have the authenticator activated, and they were still able to do something with my account, and like I'm not like a little kid that was just like, oh yeah, I got hacked into and I lost all of my money. No, I couldn't even access my account with all the skills. Take away all of the RS gold and all my items. I mean, I care about it, but not as much as like the skill and all of the progress I had made up until that point. It was, there's no compassion to it. It's like, oh yeah, like you have a level 80 account, you can make that within like a month, a few weeks or whatever. No, I had years into this account.
To what I watched yesterday, it just seemed like the mod even talking didn't care.
Right.
And that's a huge concern for me. And I thought, you know what? I just really think that Jagex has to do some adjustments in management, and especially with the security of RuneScape and third-party clients. I think if they get down first the security issue, then third-party clients,
Yep.
and then their management issue, I think that would be a great way to go about it.
Exactly.
I even was interested in applying for Jagex. I was like, oh, whatever, I'd fly to the United Kingdom, I'd do this and that. But
I don't know
they
what I'm
turned down
doing, but-
my application meeting.
But even if I don't program. I was in computer hardware when I was in college. But like even if they did like something where they we're giving them free information, and I know they've had before they sat on that same couch. You and I have both. Well, everybody has watched them and said like, oh, we need feedback from here. Well, this is us. Go in there and Google or YouTube old school RuneScape. Like you did OSRS Jagex. And just see, that's free content that people are providing you for absolutely free. And it's like, you are getting feedback. Like, please.
Daily, which is understandable. I'm not qualified for it. But I do think getting a new, fresh set of people in there that have played the game for hours and hours and years on end and actually can see it from a player's perspective, it would be really important, and I really hope
Yes.
Jagex utilizes that and can also get people in there that can really support the community. Otherwise, I think if these things cannot be done, I don't think RuneScape will last another 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
If the account security, the third party issue, and lastly the management cannot be fixed before any other updates.
And maybe I've suffered under poor management before. Maybe it's an issue where it's stemming from the management. Because if you had like the right environment, I'm not going to speculate on that. So
this game is going to have
Yeah.
some problems. Now,
Yes, for
I
sure.
understand that a lot of people aren't going to agree with this, and that's fine. I'm totally willing to hear what everyone has to think. I think this is just
this is in response.
interesting topic, and I think it's something the RuneScape community should discuss. And
Right. So I've only got about a minute left. So thanks for posting this. Like I said, I started typing out a bunch of this stuff, and it really hit me in the gut, because it's like, yeah, you're preaching right to this pew in the church, so to speak. Like I said, I didn't agree with 100% of what you were saying, and I know like some of the stuff was just suggestions, and I'm not trying to like splice hairs or anything like that. But for the most part, it was right on the money, and you can tell that you're someone that is again very passionate about this game and the community, and I really don't want that to go away either. I'll probably play as long as they still have updates for old school RS. I can't stand RS3. But so anyways, hopefully that wasn't too like conflicting or whatever. I do like to take a tangent and just ramble forever. RuneScape is one of those games that you can ask different people. I'll just start talking like, yeah, I got this farm in and gotta do these grinds, and people have no idea. So thanks again. Keep up the good work. I really like your content, and one of these days I'll get maybe I'll get 1,000 level. So thanks.